Hey, good morning. It's a Charlie Brown kind of morning. All right, there we go. That's a good one. Good start. Happy Friday, TGIF. Mark Avens here, your bulletproof Christian fitness mentor. Yes, that's what I'm calling myself now. So your bulletproof Christian fitness mentor. People are asking, like, what are you? Are you like a coach? Are you a trainer? Are you like motivational? Do you do lifestyle coaching, that sort of thing? So that is my name. I'm going to officially claim it today. The bulletproof Christian fitness mentor. I'll get it right. So good morning to you. Happy Friday. Now, if you're worried about falling off track over the weekend, this message is for you. So hang on tight. We're going to jump right into that because I'm going to share with you this one thing that you can do that you've kind of been already doing, but maybe not to the extent where you've been enjoying it. And it could be something that really can make or break your weekend. I know what happens, right? You get on like the right path on Monday. Maybe you mapped out your week. Maybe you had some structure. Maybe you even had the goal to work out. Maybe you had the goal to get to the gym. You maybe even packed a gym bag. Maybe you even prepped some meals. Awesome. You did some of those things. You went grocery shopping and got some healthy vegetables and some produce and some fresh foods to cook for you and your family. And then Monday started out really, really good, right? And then towards the end of the week, it got maybe a little bit sidetracked. Maybe you fell off track. Maybe, you had something come up, something stressful. You had like a full day at work and you got kind of off track. And then you're like, let me just get to the weekend. And here it is. It's Friday. And I know what happens is despite your best efforts, sometimes you come up a little short. And then he was like, oh, well, now it's the weekend. Let's just get out of the weekend. And good morning, Sharon. Good morning to you. And you come on here, let me know. Good morning, Beth, to you as well. Good morning. I hope you had a great week. If you have not been watching me for very long, I hope I don't bore you too much today. If you are that person that's worried about getting off track, maybe you do really, really good during the week, like we were just talking about, and maybe your weekend is your biggest struggle. You fall off track. This is the one thing that you're going to you've probably been doing this. You've been training yourself for a while doing this, and it could be really something if you just dialed it in the right way. You see, because what happens over the weekends, as I know, we talk about saboteurs. We talk about sabotaging your weekends. If you were that sabotage type of person, and maybe it's not even you, maybe it's the surroundings, your environment, the people that you hang out with. Maybe you go out, your social environment. Maybe you have friends, and don't get me wrong, they're still your friends. They don't mean any harm, but if, say, it's going out with the girls, kicking back, having some cocktails and enjoying it, and they'll tell you, honey, you don't need to lose any weight. You look great just the way you are. That's just a sign of being a saboteur in your life. And I'm not saying to get rid of your friend, just saying you have to claim it. I'm in the driver's seat right now of my car. I'm in the driver's seat. You have the option in the weekends, every day of the week, to be in your own driver's seat, so to speak, when it comes to your choices. You have the ultimate choice. What goes in your mouth, whether you exercise or not, the people that you hang around. And here's what I was saying is to help you get out of this kind of struggle, saboteur mode. Now, you may sabotage your own efforts, right? You may go to the grocery store on Friday and bring home all the ice cream and the cookies and chocolates, and you're like, oh no, those are for my kids, and then you're dipping into them. Trust me, I know what that's all about. And listen, if you're coming on here, let me know if you're coming on live. I want to hear from you. I want you to be interactive with this. I want to just know that I'm not the only one that struggles with this. To me, it's the same thing. The weekends, I get in a struggle mode. My wife is done with work. She doesn't work over the weekend. My kids are around. We enjoy nights out, maybe enjoy a cocktail. We kick back. We have it pretty dialed in, but it's still a struggle. And the holidays can definitely be even more struggle. And here's the thing, social distancing. Now, mind you, that is a very, very, very hot word right now, right? It's probably one of the biggest words used other than maybe mask. And I don't know, election maybe, all that kind of stuff. But yes, social distance. Maybe you need to social distance yourself. Let's just keep it light first. Maybe you need to social distance yourself from the ice cream. Maybe you don't need to go down that aisle. Keep yourself 6 feet apart from that ice cream aisle, you know there's literally a whole section in the grocery store filled with ice cream. It's kind of crazy, like the chip aisle. Maybe you don't need to go down that aisle with all the chips. You need to social distance yourself from the chips. Keep 6 feet apart, right? You hear me? Truthfully though, let's just kind of put all joking aside. For going in to the weekends to help so that you don't fall off track, be careful how you choose to spend your weekends, who you choose to spend it with. If it's somebody that's going to pull you down like a true friend and they don't mean it, let's just talk about that for a minute. Your friends don't mean to pull you down, but if they're used to you being a certain way, if they're used to you going out and having a couple martinis, maybe going out for ice cream, maybe not choosing to, to have water, or maybe to not go crazy or go through the drive-through or maybe bring home, think about like with your family, maybe it's like Friday night, oh, we have family night and, we go through the drive-through and we do takeout and it's all that. And maybe, you're trying to put some healthy habits in place. Well, the hard thing is if you have these habits that are being around an environment that's not going to help you win in the weekends, meaning it's going to sabotage your efforts, guess what? All the work you put into Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and all that work you put in Monday through Friday, all just gets thrown out the window. Pretty much you get thrown out the window, because what happens is you're in the driver's seat like I am right now. You're in the driver's seat on Monday and Tuesday. Maybe you did awesome during the week, and then Friday comes and then there's this habit that's built in that just takes you out of the driver's seat and you get put in the passenger seat. And then you just kind of let everybody have their way with you. They say, yeah, let's just go out for drinks. And honey, you don't need to lose any weight. You look great just the way you are. Sometimes they just they don't mean to, but they're not you. You see, they're not living your night life. They're not the ones getting up in the morning and looking in the mirror and saying, I don't even want to look in the mirror at myself. I don't even want to go out with my friends because I just don't even, I can't even fit into the clothes that I want to wear. Like I feel so tired right now. Does this resonate with you? Hey, Vivian, good morning to you. Good morning. If this resonates with you, please don't just keep this message to yourself. All I ask is if this is resonating with you, chances are probably somebody else needs to hear it, because the weekends can totally be your weekend. Meaning like your weakness, your weekend, and then that can end your results. And I don't want you to fail on the weekends. In fact, you can still, if you have the right kind of plan in place and the right kind of structure and maybe the right kind of accountability, and some people choose to work with me for that sort of structure and accountability. And if you want access, you can reach out and send me a message, right? That's fine. But we're not here to talk about that. Just for you right now, where you're at, what you're trying to achieve. If the weekends are your weekends, you're going to need to have a strategy going into the weekend. Take a look at who you're hanging out with. Take a look at what you're doing in your home. Do you go out Friday night, Saturday? Do you splurge on breakfasts and brunches and things like that? Are you around people who aren't encouraging you and trying to be supportive of your efforts? Now, I'm going to go a little deeper right now because I feel Friday is that day to go a little deeper. Is your spouse not on board with you? You see, I talk to a lot of people, and one of the hardest things, especially maybe if you've been married for a number of years, I know for my wife and I, perfect example, we both do really, really well together. We have it kind of dialed in pretty good. But when we go off track, we tend to go off track together. Now, you may be that person that's trying to, in your household of two, and maybe even with your kids, and maybe they're used to a certain type of food at home, or maybe even your husband is used to taking you out on the town and having a bottle of wine and having desserts and having big dinners and steaks and all that kind of stuff. Sounds delicious, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to improve the situation, there's a reason why there's 20 or 30 pounds on your body. And I hate to say it, sometimes our significant other doesn't really give us the support. It's the same thing as the friend relationship. If your husband or wife is used to you being a certain way, it's going to be hard for them to change if they're used to seeing you, say, 30 pounds or 40 pounds overweight, and used to making similar choices going out, and used to you drinking a bottle of wine, and used to you not exercising on the weekend and sitting around on the couch and getting cozy and having the hot cocoa, and chilling out. And there's nothing wrong with that, but But if you're trying to move into healthy, now, like I'd said, if you're that type of person that struggles, if you're struggling with weight loss, this could be maybe the one thing that's separating you. So how do you get through it? How do you get through it? Social distancing, social distancing, social distance. You may need to social distance. You may need to have a heart-to-heart with now you probably can't social distance with your spouse, right? Or maybe you can, depending on the relationship you're in. But maybe the social distancing between other people, or at least let them know, hey, if you can't accept me that I'm on this healthier path, then we're not going to be able to hang out as much until I can at least get it together, or at least you can accept that I don't want to go out and have 3-4 cocktails. I don't want to go out and do all this overindulging. There's a difference between having like a cheat meal or like an indulgence meal and an entire cheat weekend, or like entire like blown it out of proportion. A lot of binging happens on the weekends. A lot of times it happens because of the environment you're in. And my solution to you is to just simply keep 6 feet apart, social distance from them. And again, that's just in all honesty. You may need to put some separation between the saboteurs in your life, and that might be going to the grocery store on the weekend. It may be from that ice cream that's in your freezer. It may be instead of turning on the TV, you may need to social distance yourself from the couch and get up and go for a walk. Does that make sense? If it does, hey, Karina, appreciate you for being on here. If that makes sense, I want to know. What do you need to social distance from? I'm going to say, for me, on the weekend, it has to do with chocolate. I would say now, I like chocolate, but if it's around, I'll tend to just like, even those little package ones, like I like to tell myself that, that I'll only have one piece. But if I have one piece every single day or 2 pieces every single day, that can add up quick. It can definitely hinder the type of results I'm trying to achieve for my fitness. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not an ice cream guy. I'm not really an alcohol guy. I would say even the snacks, extra snacks, even if they're healthy. I like cashews, right? But if I go by and dip my hand in the cashew bin all day long, like the container, and next thing you know, it could be 800 calories. If I did that every day, think of that. It could be 5,600 extra calories in now you know how many calories are in a pound of fat, 3,500. That could be the difference between me maintaining a healthy weight and putting on a couple of extra pounds. Again, my saboteur could be the snacks that I have in my house. So I don't know what they are for you. If you want to share, feel free to share what your saboteur. Now, don't mention any names, because maybe a friend of yours is a saboteur, maybe your spouse. Let's not go there. But again, if it's something that you can resonate with, if this actually found you well, feel free to share it with a friend. Share it to your page. If you're resonating with this, if you're trying to get on a healthy path, and I know the new year's going to come around, nobody's thinking about that right now, but the reality is January 1st is right around the corner. 2021 is right here. It's going to be here. I know there's going to be a lot of people. Resolutions. Forget the resolutions. Forget it. Start right now. Start today. If you need help, reach out to me. We'll get on a call. I am the Bulletproof Christian Fitness Mentor. Bulletproof because I want to bulletproof your habits. There's no sense losing weight if you're not going to make your habits change for a lifetime. Diets don't work. The reason why they don't work is because people give up on them and there's no habits in place. Christian, well, you know, if you've watched me any period of time, that I'm a man of faith. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus. That's me. And then fitness. Yes, I've been in fitness, and you could call me a mentor because at 25 years, I'm way beyond coaching status level. I have thousands and thousands of hours of experience, not for you to be impressed, just so you know that I am so passionate. 2020 has been, for me, on a business level, helping people has been an amazing year of transformation for people. It has, truly. But I know my work's not done, and I know that because there's people watching right now who need help, who need to bulletproof some efforts, who need to get away from saboteurs in their life, who need maybe an influence of faith and fitness and a mentor to come around them so that they can be they're optimally best. Optimally, I think that's not a word. You got what I'm saying. But not just for themselves, but for their family, for their spouses, for their job, and most importantly, for God, for our Creator, and the one, again, the season right now we're in for Christmas, celebrating this really amazing birthday of Jesus, right? So anyway, I hope this message found you well. Take care. If you want to reach out, find more about my Bulletproof Christian Fitness Mentor and coaching program, reach out to me. Love you. Take care. Have a blessed day.